Okay, this is a reaction video. This is from Saeed TV. Saeed's a realist. Walk Away Now. I believe this is about Benjamin Sesko and Manchester United's trying to sign Benjamin Sesko. Now, Arsenal was going to sign Benjamin Sesko before they got Victor Gyökeres. And Arsenal walked away from Sesko and got Gyökeres. But Arteta really liked Sesko. But let's see what Saeed has to say about this.
It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. This crazy transfer saga takes another turn. And Newcastle have bid a package of 90 million euros for Benjamin Sesko. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Okay, that's absolute. Now, Sesko apparently wants Manchester United only because of the name, not because of the better team. Because Newcastle's playing Champions League, Manchester United's not playing Europe at all.
Where is football going? Listen, a talent, one for the future, but 90 million euros package, man. Manchester United, walk away. Walk away. With dignity, with respect, walk away. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Now, Isak is apparently on his way to Liverpool, but they're going to have to come up with more money. But, yeah, this is... Sesko is probably supposed to take Isak's place, and Isak's supposed to go to Liverpool. But Manchester United also wanted Sesko because they don't have a striker, and they need a striker. But Saeed's basically saying walk away now and don't pay the money for Sesko.
Title, ridiculous. Walk away, man. What are we doing here?
And I agree with Saeed here. I do. Arsenal was never going to pay $90 million for Sesko.
Seriously, you have seen the midfield. You have seen the problems and where it lies, man. To spend 90 million euros on a striker that, like I said to you, he's still young, still time to develop. We don't have the facilities to do that when we need to spend elsewhere and manage the money carefully.
Look, if I'm Manchester United, you need a new goalkeeper, some central defenders, probably better defense, probably midfielders who can pass the ball, and a striker. You need a lot to fix Manchester United.
It would be Man United like that, wouldn't it? To go and now counter bid. To go and now respond. Don't get involved. You see, your mum, she used to say to you, you know what? Don't go out on the streets. She would advise you what to do. But, you know, our young selves, we'd go out there and we'd learn the lessons. Manchester United, do not go out there. Do not counter bid. Let Newcastle have it. With all due respect, Newcastle are desperate. And rightly so. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but they are desperate at this stage. Newcastle are desperate. It is absolutely crazy, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was on a big...
I don't know that they're desperate, but they are wanting, because look, Isak came back to Newcastle, but what's that? I forget the manager's name. Sorry about that, but basically said, no, you train over there. You're not going to train with the full team until you earn your way back. This is Newcastle United, and that was the right thing to do.
6, and I was like, are you serious? Are you out of your mind? I couldn't believe it, but I was like, it actually don't bother me if we lose out on Sesko, and I'll tell you the reasons why, but I looked at...
Look, Sesko is not the finished product by any stretch of the imagination, not like Gyökeres is. But I agree, again, I agree with everything Saeed's saying here.
It's like, David Ornstein, obviously classic David Ornstein, you know what I mean? Like, he came out with it first, and I was like, wow. And he's actually pinned it as well, which makes me believe that it may well and truly get accepted, maybe. And we don't actually know yet whether Sesko wants United or not. But Manchester United, man, find out first if he wants to join, and then we can talk. But we don't even need to talk, actually. Just don't get involved, man. 90 million euros. What is going on? Seriously, man. There is Watkins available for cheaper. There is Mateta available for cheaper. There are players available for cheaper. Newcastle, at this current stage right now, they're in a period of problem. They've been rejected. They all know. Before I will tell them, they know for themselves. Again, Newcastle fans, I don't want to put some whatever you get up to say. I'm not trying to banter you lot, but you've been rejected. They're in a desperate situation. We need a striker also, but we need to spend our money wisely. They've only spent one player.
Look, Ollie Watkins would be a fantastic pickup for Manchester United, to be fair. They don't need Sesko. But Ollie Watkins would be a fantastic pickup for Manchester United. He's a proven Premier League player, proven goal scorer. Yeah, look, he would be an outstanding pickup, and he'd be much cheaper than Sesko is, and I think that would be a fantastic move for Manchester United.
No, they've only spent Elanga. They're in the Champions League. They've got, you would argue, a big expectation in terms of what the season lies. Than Man United. Man United probably this season a top 6 finish. Newcastle got Champions football. They want to push ahead for maybe top 4 again because their squad, like I said to you, and their manager are probably at a high level than Man United right now. They've been floating around that top 4 area for a hot minute now, 2-3 years. Eddie Howe has done an amazing job. You have to give credit there. But Manchester United this summer, we've left it late, we've got in 2 players, but Manchester United this summer do not need to be spending this silly, crazy money. We really don't. We don't need to be involved. We don't need to be involved, man. Benjamin Sesko, like I said to you, I'm not saying he's a scrub. I'm not saying he's a bad player.
No, what you're saying is he's overpriced, overvalued. Which, look, Sesko for 50 million, I could buy that. Okay, 55, 60 million, maybe, but not 90 million euros. 90 million pounds, 90 million euros. That doesn't make any sense. And if Red Bull, I think Leipzig is where he's at. Red Bull Leipzig. If they refuse that, then he's going to be more expensive. It's.
I'm not. But 90 million euros. What are we doing? Are you lot mad? What are we doing? But let's break it down, people. Obviously, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. But
like and subscribe for me as well. But like and subscribe for Saeed as well.
Let's break it down. David Ornstein dropped the bomber. Newcastle exclusive. Newcastle improved bid to RB Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko. New offer, should I say, worth at least 80 million euros after positive talks between clubs and with 22-year-old striker. Nothing agreed, but RB Leipzig currently favour Newcastle and Man United. No Man United proposal yet. So
again, I agree with him. Look, if we're talking 50 or 60, by all means, jump in. But we're not. We're talking 80 million euros, probably 90 million euros. That's way too much for Benjamin Sesko.
No Man United proposal yet. No Manchester United proposal yet. This is where we're at right now. This is where we're at right now. This is the maddest thing is, he's not even made a clarification. He's not even told why he leaves. But Newcastle have to maintain their intent. They've got to do something. Listen, this is not me. Newcastle have won the bid. Just to clarify, people, Newcastle have not won the bid. They're not ahead of Man United. They could be ahead in terms of bidding process because Man United haven't done anything yet. But nothing has been decided. Benjamin Sesko is still waiting. He's still deciding whether this is the right move for me. Does he really want to go to Newcastle? Or would he come to Man United, which could be seen as a dream move? Manchester United, whether you like it or not, whether you think they're bad or not, Manchester United are still a massive, massive football club.
Look, Manchester United has the name that goes along with it, okay? And that's still accepted amongst most players. It's not going to last long. Okay, it's not going to last forever. If they finish mid-table next year, and then the year after that, and the year after that, then it's going to dissipate. Okay, but Manchester United, he's right, still has a name value, and that is worth it for a player like Sesko.
Number 9, the main number 9. You're not competing for anyone because Hoyler's not good enough and Xerxes not a striker. You're not competing. You are the main number 9. The main number 9 at Old Trafford, at a big club like Man United, a big institution where you can hopefully become a star, where your families, you can tell your families, the first Slovenian striker, the first this, you're making history. These are the things that Man United could offer. But Newcastle have Champions League football, They have a good manager. They have a
Eddie Howe is the manager at Newcastle. I forgot what, but yeah, Eddie Howe's the manager at Newcastle. Sorry, like I said, I'm poor with names.
I kind of understand that, you know what, we're going to be around here, we're trying to compete with the big boys, we're trying to do something here, and you need to be the face of the new project. You could be the guy that takes it over for Newcastle.
But again, we're not so sure. Sesko still has enough to prove. He hasn't proved it yet.
And that's where it comes down to. Like, Newcastle need him more. Manchester United, like I said to you, need to sort out that midfield. So that's what Thingy said here. This is Fabrizio Romano. Newcastle have sent an official bid to Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko worth 90 million euros. 80 million up front plus 10 million euros add-on, which is 65 million plus 10 million euros. So you're looking at a good 70-something million people. 7-something million people.
And to be honest, from a Newcastle perspective, for RB Leipzig, that's a fair offer for him. That's maybe overpriced, but certainly a fair offer.
No decision yet from the player. Manchester United confirmed to get to Leipzig. They will bid if Sesko picks them. So Manchester United have done the wise decision here, if he accepts them. But for me, I still think United should not be bidding for Benjamin Sesko. No way. Even if the green light has been given, do not bid for him. We are spunking a lot of money on this, bro. It's absolutely madness, man. What are you doing, man? Like I said to you, Sesko. Like I said to you, people, this is the stats from Sesko. They're not bad. 13, 14. Scored 4 goals in the Copa, 4 goals in the Champions League. This guy scored goals. He scored goals. I'm not denying that. He has scored goals at a relatively decent level for an age of, 22. This brother has scored goals. His goal-to-game ratio is actually not that bad. But you are buying potential. I keep stressing it to you lot. You're buying someone, like I said to you, who isn't quite ready yet. Who isn't quite ready to make that next step. It's a bit too much. It is literally a bit too much.
Look, Saeed is 100% correct here. That is way too much to play for one player. Okay, look, if you're talking Messi in his prime or Ronaldo in his prime, that's a little bit cheap, to be fair. But Sesko is not that. Okay, he is a good player. He's a solid player. But 50 or 60 million is probably what you would need to pay to get him. Is what I pay. 90 million euros. 80 million plus 10 million add-on. That's huge.
United at this minute right now have not got the facilities. Right now, we're not broke, but you know when they say you got to manage your money, wisely. You could be that guy that's flossing the money and you're doing a bit of madness, you're buying the gold chains and you're living the life and that. But back home, there's no food in the fridge, you know what I mean? No money for the gaff, you know what I mean? Everyone's broke, everyone's living on rations. Or you've got the sensible one who lives by his own means. He lives within his means. He lives in a sensible lifestyle. He lives sensibly. He acts sensibly, and you know what? He spends the money accordingly. He doesn't do a madness. So if United can do that, and they have shown to do that, one thing I will do to them, we haven't gone overboard with our spending. Okay, we got a little bit fleeced in that 5 million with Mbeumo. I wouldn't say that's fleeced. We just paid a little bit more for Mbeumo. But this is not...
Yeah, but you didn't pay a whole lot more. You didn't overspend them. I mean, you may have, slightly overspent, but that's the big difference from way overspending. You didn't pay 80 million euros, for 80 million pounds for him. You paid enough, and you got the player, which is good for you.
United have been a bit sensible in that argument this year. And United have also not spent money on wages as well. Newcastle, for what we know, we're hearing they will pay whatever it takes. That is the situation at Newcastle right now. They will pay whatever it takes to land the player. That's Newcastle right now. Can we afford to do?
And Newcastle has a lot of money to spend. They have foreign owners. They have a lot of Arab owners. They have a lot of money to spend. So they could legitimately overspend to get Sesko.
Do that. Can United afford to do that? And that's what we're at right now. It's madness what's going on right now. Football, it is what it is. And also, as well, Keith, who's a reporter for Sky Sports, he said Newcastle up their bid. Their latest bid is 80 million euros, 70 million fee. That's crazy. But with it all up front, oh my God. This is crazy. With it all up front. Oh my God. colleague said, go offers come to an additional 10 million add-ons, taking a deal potentially 90 million. Oh my god. On Saturday, we were told that the offer was 75, but Leipzig wanted to renegotiate structure. NUFC won't be patient forever and will need to move on, new target player waits for Man United. Man United still haven't made a bid for the. That's crazy.
Yeah, look, if RB Leipzig doesn't take this deal, then Manchester United's going to have to pay more than 80 million euros to get a hold of this player. Okay, that's just that's just the way it is. And that's to be fair, that's a good offer for Leipzig to give up on Benjamin Sesko and enough time in the window to get another player in.
Front, this is madness. I swear down, bro. That right there is absolutely criminal. Criminal. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. I swear down, bro. That is madness. What is football now? Football's mad. Football's mad. Football's gone. Football's... Don't know anymore. And we've done this before. We've done it with Hoyland. And I'm not saying Hoyland's the same player, but we've done this before with Hoyland. I'm sorry, man. We've done this before with Hoyland. We cannot afford to do this again. Let me know in the comments below. Am I moving mad? Should we walk away? Let me know. But Man United, walk away now. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, please click like, share, and subscribe for Saeed as well as for me. But yeah, I agree with them. They should not. They should not. They should not. They should not pay that amount of money for Sesko. Anyway, please click like, share, and subscribe for me as well as for him. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching.